Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. Today I'll be showing you my fastest run from the F1 Esports event around USA. Sorry about no videos in the last few weeks or months or wherever it was. School started back in around September, so I've generally just been playing the game less. But anyway, let's get into the video. So this qualifying event, is for the Challenger Series, I believe. Well, actually, I have no idea how many people qualify through these events, but there's two events. The first one was at Italy, which you may have seen my video, which had no commentary. Sorry about that. But I believe that run was enough to get us into the Challenger Series. I think. Well, I mean, yeah, I think I was second on PC, so definitely. And first was Jarno Otmir anyway, so I pretty much came first. So. Yeah, that would have qualified us to the Challenger Series, but so we'll just do this event for fun. I just felt like it'll be, it's just something to upload to YouTube. This event then, the main goal is to overtake your teammate, Carlos Sainz. But as you'll see later on, we also have to overtake Ricardo as well, which if you go fast enough, you will do. And just bearing in mind, this run isn't actually the world record. As you'll see towards the end of the video, Sven Zerner did a run which was, I believe, 3/10 quicker. I think it was pretty much 3/10 quicker, which I'll explain later on, where you probably gained that time on me. But yeah, the first lap, you need to be doing a low 34. The exact time isn't too important, as long as it's just a low 34, because you just want to set yourself up to overtake Sainz without losing any time at all. So you want to overtake him on this straight, but just lap 52, so one lap later. You need to be about 3-4 tenths behind, and then you just need to send a dive bomb down the inside. And you want to do this without using much ERS. You want to use as little ERS as possible to catch up to him, because we are going to need it later. So the gap right now about 1.3, which is fine. You don't want to be too close that you are getting held up by Sainz in the first sector, because that'll just kill your run. But you also want to make sure that you get DRS and you can overtake on the main straight. So you don't want to go too fast on this lap, as we do a 33.3. That's fine. You don't want to go much faster. And you don't want to go too much slower, because as you'll see right now, or as you'll see in a little while, he's really slow through Sector 1. It's just how the AI are, especially through these sequence of corners here. The gap goes from about a second to about 6-5 tenths, and then we gain even more through here. So now you can understand what I'm saying about if you was a few tenths closer, you'd be right behind him. You'll be slowing down going through these corners. And he also goes very slow through this corner onto the straight, so you can just brake late, catch right back up to the back of him, and then it's going to be a simple move. Don't actually use your ERS here. You don't want to drain the battery. It's not going to gain you that much time. It's more beneficial to just save it, and then, as you'll see right now, dive up the inside. You can make a little bit of contact, that's fine. The game won't give you a warning. Sometimes the game can give you a warning for contact, which does kill the run in terms of points. But I've noticed doing this event that I don't really get warnings for touching Sainz and Ricardo. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure how that system works, but yeah, when you're going up the inside, you can barge your wheels a little bit and you won't get a penalty, so don't be afraid to do that. As we set another 0.3, which is fine, but this is one of the more important laps. We need to go quite quick, because we need to set up Ricardo. 3.7 behind right now, and we need to overtake him on the same place that we overtook Sainz, but on lap 54. So yeah, this lap, as you can see, purple sector 1, we are pushing quite hard right now. Using some ERS, or we'll use some ERS on this straight. But this is probably where the difference comes in between my run and a run like Sven's. He probably used less ERS to catch up to Ricardo. As I said, you want to use as little ERS as you possibly get away with to catch Sainz and Ricardo, so you can push after you've overtaken them. But yeah, I had to use a lot to get this gap, because when you do so many runs, you start to like figure out a pattern in the gaps. And you know, when I see in the top left hand screen right now 1.8 behind, I know that this is going to be a good run, and I'm going to be able to catch him. Well, as long as I don't mess up, I'll be able to catch him and overtake him onto the straight. So 1.6 going on to lap 54, and at this point I was like, okay, this has a possibility of being a really good run. So as you can see, using all my ERS, I'm low on ERS already, just to make sure that we can get DRS on the next straight. Nail in turn 1, getting the gap down even further. And when I seen 1.3 seconds at this point, and as I mentioned a lap earlier, the AI goes slow through sector 1, it's going to be pretty comfortable. I think we're going to be comfortably in this DRS. But you don't just want to be comfortable in the DRS, you want to be even closer, so you can make a move on the straight without having to you know, just launch it from 7/10ths back. So as you can see, it's 7/10ths right now. We brake late, Ricardo goes slow through the left-hander, and we're about 4/10ths back, which is okay, but we just have to use all of our ERS. And as you can see, we'll go down to 0% ERS, which isn't ideal, but we have to make the overtake now. So diving it down the inside, a little bit of contact, and as you can see, no warning at all. So the run's still alive. As I said, you don't get a penalty or you don't get a warning for contact, whereas I have experienced that definitely before. So now we've got the overtake on Ricardo. We're actually still up on our fastest lap, which is another thing to mention as well. You get bonuses for having a faster lap. So we already have a 32.7, which is pretty fast, but coming across the line, we do a 32.6, which is quite a fast lap. Definitely will help our score, but the problem is the ERS is really low. Which again, going back to what I said about Sven, he probably had more ERS at this point than me, so he was able to go faster on his last 2 laps. I haven't seen Sven's run, so I could just be making this all up, but that's where I'm guessing. He just had more ERS to play with after he overtook Ricardo. So now we're on the penultimate laps, where we have no one to overtake. It's just purely about how fast you can go and how consistent you can be. Trying not to get warnings, of course, because they also ruin your run. I'm talking about track limits. So yeah, I mean, it's been a good run so far. At this point, I knew that my overall time would be somewhere in the 38s. Which at the time would be I would be the second person in the world to reach the 38s, but I didn't know how close I would be to Sven, so I was just pushing as hard as I can. As we almost killed the run with a warning there. We had to correct the steering. We had to open up the steering a little bit, so that'll cost us a tiny bit of time. So we crossed the line to do a 0.2, 33.2. Which I guess is okay, but it could have been a little bit better. But as you can see, we're still really low on ERS, which is unfortunate, but wherever it happens. I definitely wasn't going to restart the run at this point. I actually have not attempted another run since I got this. As soon as I got this, I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. These events, they're not easy, and they're not the most enjoyable things to do, but I just wanted to just get a good run, post something on YouTube for you guys, take you through my thought process and try and help you guys out if you're trying to qualify. There's other ways to do this event, but I would recommend doing it this way, like overtaking Sainz and Ricardo the same way I did. Because my time was top 2, so I believe it is pretty fast. But yeah, coming into the final sector now then. This time I believe is going to be a low 33. Obviously no more laps, so you want to using all our ERS even through this long right-hander. Fuel, we're using lean through the corners just to get better traction. I'm not too worried about the fact that we have extra fuel left. I don't think that's going to affect the run too much. But coming up to the line, we do a final lap of a 0.1, and that was my run. At the time, this was P2 in the world, as I said, just behind Sven Zerner, a former Esports driver, really fast guy on the game. But I believe since then, maybe 1 or 2 people from PS4 have also improved and beat me. So yeah, I'm just trying to say that this is not the fastest run ever. I'm sure more people will improve, but there's my race director, my points and everything. So that was the video. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll be down to do some more videos, more consistent uploads. Just let me know what you guys want to see, apart from career mode. Definitely not doing that. But yeah, I'm not saying I'm going to be uploading every day consistently 24/7, because I won't be. But yeah, just let me know stuff you'd like to see from me, and yeah, I'll see what I can do. So until then, I'll see you in the next one.